You brought us here to the Botanical Gardens. Why did you choose the Botanical Gardens?
Well, this is one of my favorite places here in San Antonio. I don't get to spend as much time here as I like, but I like everything that it represents, connecting people to nature, being good stewards of our environment, and having a little bit of time to be still. I guess outside of my public life, I'm a, a, a mom and a wife, just like many San Antonians. It's hard for me to carve out time to be active and do stuff with my daughter because I'm always on the go. She actually came with me to the award ceremony for SAPD officers that were being acknowledged for extraordinary actions, and she stood up on the stage and shook their hands along with me. So she gets exposed to a wide range of things by hanging out with me at City Hall, but at least we're together.
The idea of toll roads has been floated around. Is that something that you would advocate or push for?
That's not an option that I would take off the table because I believe, given the tremendous amount of growth that we're experiencing, that we have to look at any possibility as far as providing congestion relief.
What other options would be on the table?
Well, certainly I think it's important for us to take a closer look at VIA and see if there are additional ways that we can provide more funding and be more strategic with the limited funding that they already have. But as far as light rail within the city, I think we still have some work to do on developing those 13 regional centers that are included in SA Tomorrow that are designed as live, work, play centers, that when we have the density built up and the diversity of activities in those centers, that will provide a better platform for us to have a discussion about connecting them through rail than where we are right now.
Last year, San Antonio's homicide rates went up. Are we doing enough to tackle violent crime?
We've been proactive in trying to address it immediately. The police chief has put together a violent crimes task force working in collaboration with the county, the sheriff, and the district attorney's office, and they're focusing aggressively on the violent actors and trying to get them off the street. Is first off, trying to improve policing and perceptions of community with police. I think that can certainly help in driving down crime. But more importantly to me is the economic development side of things, because I think to the extent that we can increase people's opportunities and their pathways for employment and engagement in the community, then I think that will definitely help to drive down crime.
The LGBT community still feels a bit of a sting from your no vote on the city's non-discrimination ordinance in 2013. You said that you represent all San Antonians. What do you feel like could be done or has been done to repair the relationship with these citizens?
At this point, I could not give you the answer to that, but I believe that I've worked diligently to try to understand what the concerns are from the community. Beyond that, I'm not quite sure what it is that the community is asking for. I give people respect. I want to continue to convey the message that San Antonio is a welcoming and diverse community. I want to respond to all my constituents, and that's the path that I'll continue on.
One of the things that's unique about the city bond is Proposition 6 is the housing component, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe the city has had something like that before.
No, we haven't.
So what does the goal look like?
Well, for this initiative that we have on the ballot, I really see it as a pilot program, an opportunity for us to demonstrate that we can work through public-private partnerships to eliminate some of the blight and vacant buildings that have really been a drain on some of our communities, and to work closely with neighbors, neighborhood associations to develop projects that are compatible with their vision for future development of their neighborhoods. The other thing that I do want to work on in this next term, though, Joey, that I think would really have an impact in this space is we have to develop a system for refurbishing existing dilapidated housing.
Why do you think people should vote for you as mayor for what would be your second term?
I think people should vote for me for a few reasons. First off, I'm extremely experienced, highly qualified to do the job. I think my record of achievement during my first term as mayor has been really strong, from addressing issues like stopping this stalemate with the police union to get us to a contract that provides savings for the taxpayers, but also raises for our hardworking officers. I take seriously my responsibility to be a team leader for the council. And I also believe very strongly that I have a responsibility to reach out and listen to diverse voices around our community as we seek to move forward on these important issues.